I'm gonna show you how to make grandma's cookies. And by grandma's cookies, I mean grandma's dog cookies that my mother makes for her dogs, and my dogs adore these cookies. So today I tried to replicate them. Lucky for me, I have a little bit of an advantage because my mother made me a batch to start with. So I'll show you that first. In a reusable tub and everything because she's a queen, but I have a lot left. I made one batch of them. My dogs really like them. So today I'm gonna try to make my own dough, and we will make a batch of this dough, and I'll try to cook it a little bit longer because the longer you cook it, the harder they are and better they are for pantry storage. So let's go ahead and make a round of cookies. And I'm going off of the mother's showing you how to make it, where I asked for a recipe and she said, oh, here, let me make you some dough and you can watch me make it and learn. And I remember a little bit, but let's see how I do replicating. I might have to call her and ask, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so first step was 2 bananas. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these large bananas in. Heart already knows what I'm making and is rather excited, so that's a good sign. But this is the laborious part of this task. I love the idea of making dog treats because my mom is a great example. She is a sucker for giving a dog treat now that she has ones that she knows are not bad for them, because a lot of the treats, if you read the back of them, they'll get from like Petco or whatever, are gonna say don't exceed a certain amount of giving them. And then obviously like rawhides are the same thing, where they shouldn't be gnawing on rawhides too much. So I love something like this because it's a treat that is a balanced, very vitamin dense little treat that they can have. And if you feed them 2 or 3 in a day, it's not gonna hurt them. In fact, I like to put this kind of stuff on top of, like one of these on top of their breakfast, to entice them to eat their breakfast a little bit more if it's not my best work as far as giving them leftovers and my normal shtick. At this point, I'm just mashing them and stalling because I can't remember what the next ingredient was that went into it. I know that there's oats that go in here, an egg, but I thought there was something else that she put into it that I cannot remember. Peanut butter. I'm just gonna put like a tablespoon or 2. Because I think the other nice part about these treats is that you just use what you have. If you don't have a ton of this, that's okay. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Scrape it all off of the spoon. Now we do eggs, homegrown baddies right here. And she put a buttload of eggs if I remember. I don't know, I think she put 6. Look how big these Jersey giant eggs are. Whoa, actually I could be really dramatic and show you a small one versus a big one, but here's like a normal egg. I actually tried to copy this without her guidance, and it was a bit of a flop because I only used whole oats. I didn't blend any of them up, and so it was just very chunky, but the dog still liked it. So either way works. If you're feeling lazy and don't want to blend, it's not absolutely required. What is required that is a little bit like annoying, I always hate when does tell me to do this, but you're actually supposed to let this sit for 24 hours before you use it. And so like that dough's been in the fridge for I think 2 days now. After having to blend puppy food, this is nothing. So we blend that up real quick with the, what do you call that? The Vitamix. Don't even care for a second. And I still leave it a little bit like chunky. So yeah, you need a lot of this though to soak up all the wet stuff that we just created. I might even need to do more. And she was just eyeballing it, like making a bit of it and then mixing it together until the texture was more doughy. So I'm just gonna do that same thing right now. It's looking like it was 6 cups of powdery stuff and then 1 cup of whole. That's your ride, cookies. Gotta get in. I'm just gonna take them out of the little template and put them on a baking sheet and see how they come out. All right, I figured we'd do a little test because tests are fun, right? So I need to pull these out, and I'm trying to decide if I should use the rest of this to make some more. And I think I should. It's a great idea. And the last step here is to taste test and see which one the dogs like better. Do you think they'll like the air fried version or the baked? I'm really pulling for the air fried version because it's a lot better as far as not warming the house. I can actually just put the air fryer outside. It doesn't even have to be in the house. So that would be a really cool little hack. These in for 10 minutes on the 350 probably, and just, actually it's 15 minutes as standard. I'm just gonna put it on the standard setting and we'll see how they come out. So then, like I said, with this mix, you're gonna put it into a tub or some sort of container and then put it in the fridge for as long as you want, but hopefully 24 hours. I think you could do less, I don't know. Because this is pretty, I mean, I feel like you can probably do it like this. I just think what will happen is they fall apart. Uh-oh, I dropped some. Who will find it? That's the most fun when you have multiple dogs. I have one, Hunter, who tends to be the one that finds it. It's right between my legs. Oh, there she goes. Okay. Okay, there it is. Throw that in the fridge. You got some great dog treats. These ones definitely came out varying sizes. I wanted to use all the dough, so this was the first round I made. And then here's the second one. These are honkers. Hopefully, I think the problematic piece is there's a lot of squish here, so if I were to put these in here and wait a long time, they're not gonna last. So you gotta use them within, you know, the same amount of time as you would have a fresh cookie out as a person. So they look like they're kind of doughy inside, but I don't know, they gotta cool down. I just feel like air fryers, you can usually pull stuff out right away and they're pretty much the way they're gonna be. But what we care about is, do the dogs like them? So I'm gonna pull out 3 of them, let them cool down. Taste test time.
All right, so I'm gonna do a poison check with these things. Just kidding. Really, I've been smelling them all morning and they smell like peanut butter cookies, so I'm gonna give them a try and see if the dogs would like them. Bland. These are dry and bland.
You want to try those and see which one you like better? We have air fried on the right and oven baked on the left. Okay, so she picked an oven baked first. I'm gonna give her one more shot and see if she, okay. There's just a clear preference. Oven baked it is. Let's see which one Hunter likes. Good girl. Oh, she picked the air fried. Ooh, he prefers the air fry. Well, there you have it. Try this recipe. Let me know how your dogs like it. I'll write out the recipe down below so you don't have to wing it like I did. When in doubt, love it out. We'll see you in the next one.